What's going on, you guys? This is Scholarly Romanes 2 here, and today I'm back with another Thomas and Friends Take Along video. And this time it's going to be on my very first Take Along layout. So, for those of you who may not have noticed, I think a few days ago, I uploaded a collection video of all my Take Alongs. And I decided, hey, why not, if I'm getting back to Take Along, why not just build a huge layout? So yeah, that's exactly what I did. Enough of me chit-chatting, because I'm about to have dinner in I think 30 minutes. So let me just get started. So in usual layout traditions, I decided to start where Thomas is at, which is here in Effort Station. Thomas is on this line right here, platforms 3 and 4, pulling Annie and Clarabelle. His line along with excuse me for a second. Sorry about that. It's a pretty tight fit in here for me to walk. Anyways, the line where Tom's is at goes onto this little switch right here, which goes to another switch. That one goes along this flexi track to where Spencer is at platforms 5 and 6. I think he's talking to Thomas about how fast and sexy he is, something like that, and Thomas wouldn't even care in the slightest. He has a branch like the one after all. Thomas and Spencer's lines go in a dead end right here. Yeah. Now for this right here, we'll continue on this line right here. This passes a Tidmouth and Nafford sign, which goes into right here where Emily is, just chilling. Which goes all the way over to the Roundhouse. We have some engines, including Molly, who finally has a Tinder. My newest addition, Arthur, as well as Billy and Stanley. Getting away for today. And also there's the Top Hat's car right there. Anyways, this line goes into another siding. A set of switches here. The siding has James filling up on some coal. And if those of you who don't know what these are actually adapters, Take Along adapter pieces to the original track, flipped upside down since they never made buffers. So yeah, it works pretty well, decently. Now if we pass here, we go to Tidmouth Station, where we have Doug with my brand new custom red coaches. Doug's here, picking up passengers from Bulgy. Yeah, Boo Scorbs, something like that. If we continue on Doug's line, we go over to this little loop here, where we have Douglas pulling Toad. Yeah, which comes into the Soda where Engine Works. This Engine Works is like a little loop area. And here we have Ailey and Bert pulling a mining car. Yeah. This line goes along here, and I'm here. It passes a little Steamworks sign. Even though this is the Engine Works, but whatever. My line goes over to this switch right here, which we're going to go on this line first. This line passes a bump in the track, where we have Mavis pulling some troublesome trucks with rocks in them. We come over here to Mayfleet Station, which I'm going to explain about the crayons. See, when I was young, for some reason, I decided to take all these little fold-out sets and make them snowy related, so I covered them all in I think, white crayons. I did this to 3 of them, and I actually recently went back and did one of them. Got all of it off with rubbing alcohol, but unfortunately 2 of them, including Mayfleet Station, I didn't clean them in time, so hopefully next time I do another layout video, whenever, I'll have this cleaned up. So hopefully. Now this line goes in a loop here. If we pass Mavis's line and go on here, we go into another bump in tracks, which converts all the way back to a Thomas's. Okay. Now back to Mayfleet Station. This other line that loops around here can go 2 ways. First, by the post office, we loop around this long piece of track here. We have Mike going over another bump in the track and there's Harold there. Then we go over to this 4-way switch here. If we go this way, we come to Toby, who's pulling the milk tanker and the caboose. Or we can go this way, back to Nafford Station. We have two lines. The first one here is Rosie pulling Hector. Past her, we come over into the yard, where we have Harvey with the breakdown train, and Dennis being lazy as usual, and there's a truck right there. We also have a yard crane right there. Come over here, we have Diesel pulling some oil and fuel tankers, going over the crossing. There's Birdie there picking or dropping off passengers. You decide. And Diesel's line comes around here and it goes right into Nafford Station, like the main little only area that actually has a full switch. You get what I'm saying. Hopefully, yeah. That's enough with Nafford for now. Now we're going to go on this line right here and go to this fourth switch. We pass Diesel 10, and it comes over here to make Wellsworth Station, where we have Gordon with the express, and another piece fell over. It's a railroad crossing sign, and another crossing right over here. Because we have, about to cross, right after Gordon crosses, we have Butch dragging one of the Horde lorries away after he broke down. So yeah. Now if we continue on Gordon's line, we go to 2A's, passing by a signal. The first one goes straight into the docks, where we have Donald, we're pulling the zoo cars, passing by a little siding with some Brendan rolling stock. Passing this loop here, we go to where Percy has taken a plunge with the danger sign you might have seen in my unboxing video. We passed one of my newest additions, Cranky. He's loading cargo into Salty, along with Bulstrode, and who's being towed by 10 cents. We also have some fish cargo laying around here for set dressing. Wait, that's better. Yeah. So yeah, Salty's. If we go along Salty's line, we pass this little curve here with a slow sign, and it goes all the way back to where Donald is. Sorry, Douglas is over there. Yeah. And it goes around in a loop. Now, if we continue to go on this switch right over here, we're coming to my second crayon disaster thing, the paint shop, where we see a Bill and Ben have derailed after colliding with each other. This line goes straight into a siding where Whiff is taking on water. Then once again, just like with Mayflight, this line goes in a loop. Unless you keep going this way, you go into another siding with Fergus. And past that, we have another siding, but this one goes into the lumber company, the timber yards, where we have Henry, because he loves his forest and trees and crap. And back there we have George, reference to By George, where he's at this lumber mill. And here we have Lady, presumably at the magic buffers, and possibly the reason why Diesel 10 is raising his claw in that direction. So yeah. And by the way, there's Trevor, just chilling there. Well, that's done with what I like to call Edward's branch line. Now, if we go along this line, we'll go over a huge hill piece. This is supposed to be Gordon's Hill. Yeah, just don't judge me, please. This one goes on here and loops around, goes into the Sodor Airport, where we have Murdoch pulling the movie cars and a musical caboose. And there's Caroline there dropping off some people because she's a taxi in my headcanon. And this airport is basically a T-switch. This line just goes into a siding where we have a do not enter sign. Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, if we go along Murdoch's line, we go to another destination, the fire station. Now this is where usually the narrow gauge and the standard gauge meet up. So yeah. We're going to conclude the standard gauge before we go to narrow gauge. So at the fire station, we have Edward pulling Rocky, and there's Terrence just chilling there. And it goes all the way back to the engine works. So guys, that's the standard gauge layout, and now we'll go to the narrow gauge. Now for the narrow gauge, the fire station is just a siding. Like, there's not even another thing over there. So here we have Sir Handel pulling this little there's this thing. It's the fire car, yeah. This loops around a little big loop. We pass Reneus pulling a Candy King car, and Rolly from Bob the Builder, because it's Rolly. This loops around in a huge bend area, where we pass Mighty Mac, go over, past a little lamp, where we enter into the wharf. The wharf is actually the only one I actually cleaned up. All the crayon stains. Well, not fully. You can still see a little bit, a few remnants of it all scattered around. Yeah. So at the wharf we have Colin the crane here, about to load some cargo into Duncan, pulling 2 trucks, and there's Elizabeth there. Now, yeah, it's once again another loop. However, there's a sighting under Colin where Duncan is. This goes into another loop where we have Freddy going over some track that's not fully into place yet. I ran out of straight track, so I had to improvise. That's why there's a work sign there. Yeah. This whoops around, goes back over to the wharf. But if take this switch here, we go into another siding where we have Coldy, I think, finishing up on some water. And there's the mystery machine right there for no reason. And finally, last but not least, if we keep going this way, we go over here to where Scarlotti is with some more empty cargo cars, about to get some more cargo. Who is exiting through a tunnel, which leads to possibly an expansion for the narrow gauge. Possibly, I don't know. So sorry, something fell over. Never mind. So guys, that was my first ever take along layout video. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe if you want to see another one in the future. And Scarlotti Rowan is signing out.